Hello, this is Lance Cleveland. Version 4.6.4 of Store Locator Plus, the Premier add-on and the Power add-on were released today. One of the updates for Store Locator Plus that's important for all new users, people that have been using the product on a new install since 4.6.3, is a fix for the map zoom adjustment. In the past release of 4.6.3, possibly even some older versions of 4.6.2 or 4.6.1, if you saved any of these tabs, search, map, results, or view, then the map zoom adjustment would set itself to -10, which would zoom all the way into the house level on the map, so you wouldn't see any of your map markers. So that's been fixed. Also, anyone that has changed this to a value other than 0 to 1 or -1, then that will actually fix that problem for the older releases. However, with the new release, that has been addressed, so that's going to be good news for our new users. Now, there were a couple other fixes as well. The ability to retain the sub-tab setting has been restored. Previously, if you saved changes on, let's say, the map sub-tab, it would jump back to search, so that's been addressed as well. In addition, there's a change to the way these tabs in the settings sections are named. We now use programmatic slugs instead of the plain text name. So what this means is as the updates for Premiere and Power and Experience come out, 4.6.5, even some of the 4.6.4 releases, we will no longer lose certain settings when you are using a language other than English. And the reason that was happening is the language file, let's say you were viewing your settings in German, for example. If your Experience add-on, the German translation files were not updated or were incorrect, it could not find where to place the settings on, let's say, the Map or Results tab. So for older releases, you had to have all of your translation files in German in that case up to date for the base plugin as well as for the add-on packs, or you may lose certain settings. Now, with the newer releases, 4.6.4 of Store Locator Plus fully supports this now, and 4.6.5 of the Experience and Power add-ons, the settings will no longer be based on the text language, so even if your language files are not up to date, you'll not lose settings. So that's a big change. Another update that you will not see on the surface is more smart options. Smart options is a technology that changes the way all these options are being saved and processed, and that's going to allow us to do a lot of cool new technology things using REST, using React.js, building our My Store Locator Plus service, which is up and running now, as well as mobile apps, and they'll be able to read and write and do all sorts of stuff with these options in a more dynamic fashion. Eventually we'll actually have a pretty cool update that allows us to have different map settings deployed on different sites. So those are all in the works. Now with the Premiere add-on, there's a new feature. Under Map, there's a setting called the tooltip, marker tooltip. So by default, if we go to this map here, you'll see that when the markers load up and you hover over it, it shows the name of the location. You can now turn that off with Premiere 4.6.4. There's also a patch in Premiere 4.6.4 to fix WooCommerce. Now lastly, on the Power add-on version 4.6.4, some people are having issues with the reports not showing up and having issues with the columns. I haven't actually been recording any data for this demo yet, so there's no reporting, but that's been addressed now, a fix to the JavaScript issue there. Also, if you had pages disabled in a newer release and turned it off, anytime you updated it would turn it back on. That problem should go away now with Power 4.6.4. Another thing that we're working on as well is the ability for plugin styles to save your page templates, and that's going to come out in 4.6.5 of Premiere and 4.6.5 of the Power add-on, where the page template here that builds your SEO pages can be changed with the plugin style sheet. So those are all the updates in 4.6.4 for the end of October 2016. Thank you as always for supporting Store Locator Plus.